Hello and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Virgo for the first 2 weeks in August, August 1st through the 15th. Please remember this is a general reading. There may be some parts that do not resonate with you. Please take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest behind. Also, you may want to check out your other signs. I've already meditated on the cards and I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. And it does look like a tough spread, Virgo. I'm kind of surprised because I wasn't expecting Virgo. To me, I've known a lot of Virgos throughout my life in various parts of the world, and Virgos are by far usually the most successful, very smart, very charismatic, very outgoing people, very successful, very achieved, people that are, usually considered to be solid friends, people that are considered to be solid partners in relationships. So it's, I'm just a little bit surprised that this reading turned out to be this way because it is a little bit dark. So let's go through it. Three of Cups in the past position and the Four of Wands in the past position as well. This is a very good card, usually a positive card. I mean, this is a card of friendship. This is a card of partying, celebrating, union, gathering. This is a card of having a good time. So in the recent past, or maybe a little bit further than that, you definitely had a period of your life where perhaps your productivity was very high, and it paid off for you. It paid off for you. Maybe you were even celebrated. The reason I say that is because the Four of Wands is here in the past. The Four of Wands is a very, very positive card. Sometimes it's a card of commitment. Sometimes it's a card of marriage. I personally think it's definitely angels looking out for you, because if you look carefully, you'll see 1, 1, 1, 1. And 11, 11 is a really wonderful time marked by the divine. It says that angels look out for you, that the divine keeps an eye out on you and keeps you out of trouble, keeps you on the path that you want to follow. It just protects you, and it kind of surrounds you with very protective energy, very good energy. The past combination here is quite wonderful. Maybe you were celebrating something in the past. You were definitely happy. Maybe you received a little bit more responsibility in the past, and that made you happy. But this is a carefree, happy time. All kinds of people are coming and going, and you feel definitely like you have achieved success by working hard for it. It's to your credit. It's your doing that you worked so hard for. It's something you believed in. And you were reaping rewards, because you didn't give up, because you didn't give in, because you steadfastly continued to work for something that you wanted to. It could be like in a family situation where, you really worked hard making sure that everyone in your family feels loved, or maybe everyone in your family feels appreciated and, kind of cared about. Maybe it's at work. Maybe you felt where you had like a project, or maybe you were leading a team on something. You did what you had to do and you came out successful. And maybe there were iffy moments, and maybe there was a little bit of conflict, but still you persevered and you overcame, and you definitely came out on top. The surprising part of the reading begins with, of course, the challenging position, because we've got this parade of sword cards over here. The Nine of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, which is like non-stop difficult mental energy, non-stop, to me, these three cards appeared in a way because you may be causing, you may be kind of preventing someone. Like, you may be an obstacle for someone else, basically. They might see you, where you are kind of doing something good for others, but there's someone who clearly sees you as something that, is preventing them from achieving something. But basically, if we go card by card, the Nine of Swords here suggests that you're not sleeping well, you're overthinking, you're not getting any answers. It could be that someone is keeping secrets from you. It could be that someone is not telling you something very important, some very important piece of information. There's no closure. And then, of course, you have the betrayal, and then, of course, you have the dead energy. Very bad sign in the future position, the Ten of Swords. So it looks like to me that someone is seeing you as an obstacle to their happiness. There's someone is seeing you as a bit of an issue for them, and maybe there's nothing you can do about it. Maybe it's a situation where you're dealing with like a superior or something, but they're clearly somebody's causing you major problems. In the challenging position, the Nine of Swords usually suggests that you are not helping yourself. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're making it worse. So stop. The Page of Pentacles, generally a very positive card, but in the negative position, this suggests to me that you may be critical of yourself to a point where it is unhealthy, but you're also you are not paying it, like, you're not being as frugal as you can possibly be. You're not paying attention to your financial situation. You're not paying attention to something that has to do with security, and that maybe is the reason why you're kind of feeling so much anxiety. But it seems that you are going through incredible amount of stress. It seems that you're going through incredible amount of destructive behavior. And when things start going downhill, it's very difficult to stop, reassess, and redo the work that maybe you have to redo. Maybe things in a family scenario are kind of falling apart and you are not sure what to do next. The best thing to do when you're in a very, very tough spot is to get enough rest. Only make decisions that you are going to pursue and take seriously only when you feel complete rest, because that is the most when the mind is clear. And what you need right now is to have very, very sharp, very clear mind to make decisions. You cannot be influenced by fear. You cannot be influenced by worry or anxiety. It has to be almost like an out-of-body decision where you look at yourself from someone else's point of view. This is a bit of a test from the divine. This is, how strong are you? And I know that sometimes it seems like it is unfair, but definitely you are going to go through a very dark, very maybe difficult period in sometime in August, probably towards the middle of August. But the good thing is swords are quick energy. It's air element, so it's not going to last for months. This is only going to last no more than a week and a half. But it's very important to make sure that you rest, that you exercise. It's one of those moments in life where you just have to be selfish and where you have to focus on yourself. Make sure that you drink plenty of water, take vitamins, make sure you take walks or work out somehow, some way. Make sure you get enough sleep. Make sure you're only surrounded by positive people. Make sure you literally force your mind, which is a muscle. Our mind is a muscle. You can train it. The moment you think negative, the moment you think worry, you tell yourself, no, I'm going to focus on what I'm doing right now. meditating sometimes help, but sometimes when you are in an anxiety period, it makes it worse. For me personally, especially when I'm like in a dark place, I can't stop and meditate. I need to continue moving. Where if I constantly do something like, washing dishes or putting clothes away, or going to a store to get something, or going to work and just turning off my mind about what's at home. To me, that helps when I'm in a dark period and makes it go faster. And usually I just, to help me sleep sometimes, drink maybe some kind of a tea. There are all kinds of herbal teas that kind of make you sleepy and put you to sleep. Sometimes you just need to turn off your mind. Because when you turn off your mind, you put a distance between you and that anxiety, which is what it seems that you need in the month of August, in this dark period that's coming up. I mean, this is a combination where you may be sinking a little bit, no progress, being stuck, feeling very, very worried, unable to sleep. I mean, the background here is black. It's, kind of manifesting problems. The number one thing to do when you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. So stop feeling anxiety, stop feeling worry. If you worry about money, there's not going to be money coming in. But there will be money coming in once you stop worrying, and once you rest, and once you take concrete, direct action. Where are you going to go to get the money? How are you going to get it? How are you going to use it to benefit you so you can avoid the situation in the future? And so on and so forth. It's very, very important. I can't stress the importance of sleep, and definitely taking vitamins and being hydrated. In the present position, of course, you have the Three of Swords and the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is a Scorpio, usually person. This person, this king, he doesn't show his emotions ever. He's an incredible control over his emotions. So underneath the facade, he can be very, very he can be stressing, he can be worried, he can be creating problems in his own heads, but he never shows it. He understands that emotions are a very powerful tool, and they can be used to achieve goals. They can be used to manipulate other people as well. And this is what I believe is happening in this position. Someone is manipulating or using your pain, using your fear. Someone is taking advantage of you in some way. The Three of Swords are not just swords like you would see here or in the back, but these are in the heart, which suggests that someone knows exactly where to hit in order to hurt you. So that suggests to me that it's someone that knows you rather well. To me, it's someone that you maybe see on a daily basis. It's definitely someone that you may interact, but there is betrayal. There's absolutely some kind of, if there isn't outright betrayal, for some it may be betrayal, for others it could be that someone used words to hurt you, because swords represent words. For example, the Ten of Swords is a card that is known to be death by 1,000 cuts. But words definitely can hurt, and they linger in our minds. There are people who hold on to words 20, 30 years down the road, especially if it's something that means a lot to you. This could also mean that you did something. It could mean that you did something in the past where you hurt someone in the past. And because you hurt someone in the past, it's coming back around to, make you pay the debt, basically. Make you be responsible for what you did in the past. And of course, with the King of Cups here, there may be a difficult decision that you're going to have to make. There may be someone that is not who they seem in your surroundings, maybe your friend or a colleague or a coworker that kind of seems to support you, but in fact is using your pain, maybe for their own advancement. Someone who seems to support you, but is doing quite the opposite. In the biggest problem I see in this reading is this card right here, the Ten of Swords. This is an incredibly bad sign in the future outcome, because it suggests that you're, going in the wrong direction, that you're going because you're wrapped with anxiety, because you're feeling hurt, because you're not thinking clearly. You may be exhibiting a little bit of self-destructive behavior. Even Virgos, who I know to be very strong, very smart, people sometimes reach the end of their rope. And so this is definitely the end, because the person here is lying dead, and this person just literally has no ability to do anything. But we see that that on the horizon there is promise of a new beginning. And so it could be that you are going to, this is the rock bottom, basically. This is the hopeless place where you may find yourself. And some may take this differently. Some people may actually, break up and have a relationship that ends, while others, it could just be a realization of something that stuns you, that amazes you, and as a result of that, you choose to go in a different direction. But this is an end of a cycle. It's completion. The Knight of Wands is generally a very positive card. This is someone who is romantic and energetic. Someone who's sweet, someone who is very, very communicative. It could be that a new person is coming into your life, and they could have a very, very good, or a little bit, they could dissipate some of this difficult energy. Unfortunately, the Knight of Wands here is in the clarifying position, so his ability to influence the Ten of Swords is not very strong. This is someone who, again, I feel very much like the King of Cups could be taking advantage of your pain. I don't see that they're being super supportive of you, although they might... For some of you, the Knight of Wands may be a supportive energy. That's true. But the Knight of Wands, as a clarifier, suggests to me that he is not, he's not balancing this negative energy in any way, shape, or form. Let's see if we can clarify some of this with energy oracles. For this reading, I pulled 3 energy oracle cards, which I normally don't do, and this is what we've got. We have the 4th chakra Archangel Raphael, but he is reversed. We've got Angel of Strength, and the Temple Path. So strength appears when you need it the most. Strength usually appears when something is going terribly wrong. It's telling you that this is the time to buckle down. But I want to start with the reverse card first. And the reverse card is 4th chakra Archangel Raphael. And this card reversed indicates some blocks in the flow of your heart center energy. Perhaps it's an old sense of abandonment or the grief of a broken heart lingering from a long past event. This is exactly right. This relates directly to the 3 of Swords. It could be that you something in the past, there was a loose end in the past. Something didn't get closure, something didn't get fully finished, and that pain might resurface, once in a while. It's not always at the top of your mind, but sometimes something triggers it and you go back to that dark place. Perhaps it's an old sense of abandonment or the grief of a broken heart. Whether it's recent or not, this blocked energy stops you from caring for yourself and attracting love from others, and it can create an undercurrent of unhappiness that permeates your life. This is why I say sleep, sleep, sleep. Make sure you get enough sleep, because you have to put a kibosh, you have to stop a circle where you don't care for yourself. Healing begins when you start caring for yourself, which can be very, very, very difficult, but you must try. It's time to heal the old stuck stuff and move on. Don't bypass the pain and pretend it doesn't exist. Instead, ventilate it in your journal and release it with an intention to be clear, happy, and self-loving. Meditate on the increasing light in your heart center and call on Raphael to help bring healing and clarity there. Love yourself and give yourself the approval you used to need from others. The healing will take place and happiness will return. The affirmation for this card is, my heart center, my fourth chakra, is open to its perfect, healthy, and joyful state. The energy of love flows through me now. I live in love. So you may want to have a few affirmations were like written down where they're lying around, so you can just pick it up and read it. It helps. Also, I can't suggest enough burning sage in your home, more or less on a consistent basis, because when you burn sage, it not only gets rid of a negative energy, but it also helps you feel stronger. The angel of strength, this amazing angel, brings the news that this is time for increasing power for you. It's not the time to be passive or submissive, but to speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. You are capable of taking greater control and directing your own destiny, for the power that comes from within reaches out to the universe and beyond. Inner strength and unlimited resourcefulness flow through you at this time, helping you to create real results. Call upon this wonderful angel and on your own inner resourcefulness to bring you the focus and a resolve to do what's necessary in order to make your dreams into reality. You have to figure out a way to get through the difficult times. This, the Temple Path, is actually a wonderful card and incredibly positive. Receiving this card represents your own spiritual evolution. The winding path you are on leads to a blessed temple in a lovely garden, symbolizing the spiritual destiny your soul has had in mind for this lifetime. This card upright is here to tell you that what you're going through now is all part of your soul's process. You are on your karmic path and heading in the right direction, and the choices you make now are important for your personal growth and life lessons. The lights around the temple represent the spirit world, your family members and friends, angels, guides, all the living spirit helpers who long to assist you. Call upon them and be open to their wisdom and inspiration. This is a wonderful life-expanding time, so keep in mind your personal priorities as well as your spiritual connection. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forward in dramatic ways, and connecting with spirit and your higher self will have a wonderful influence on all that you experience. I also pulled two ancestors and angels cards. Let's see what they have for us. And they are: Wise One, grow within your current situation. Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. What a beautiful card, Star Ancestors. I mean, Wise One is also gorgeous. Let's start with the Wise One. And that card says, knuckle down, Be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. The wisdom of the wise one is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed, but persevere. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability, and that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on, because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Let's see what Star Ancestor has for us as well. And that is, it says, go beyond your limitations and believe that the impossible is possible. You are on the verge of a miracle. All of your dreams and aspirations are within your grasp, and you're being guided to focus on your vision. The Ten of Swords suggests that this is the end, which means right after this pain that you may feel is going to happen something amazing and something beautiful, and that's why most likely, if you are feeling like you want to give up, is because you're right coming up on that victory. You're right around the corner from that amazing miracle that is going to take place. There's nothing that you cannot have or achieve. There's an opportunity at this time to heal an old wound or pattern of lack and not feeling good enough. In the past, you've often found it impossible to recognize your worth and to believe that you're deserving of blessings. Angels and ancestors' wisdom is reminding you that you are an incredible and infinite spark of the universe. And the universe is not only within you, it absolutely adores you. You're talented, filled with strength, and have the abilities you need to turn your wildest dreams into reality. Let's see what the message from the universe has for us as well. And it says, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So definitely make sure that you are practicing, positive affirmations. Make sure that inside of your head, you are nice to yourself. Make sure that you're supportive over yourself, especially in the first 2 weeks of August, because that is important. Tell yourself, I'm strong. Tell yourself, I'm capable. Tell yourself, I can, achieve whatever I want. There's nothing that I cannot get to, when I set my mind on a goal. Make sure that you are very nice to yourself, because I think that there are many people to whom you matter a lot, who care very much about you. They might not communicate it to you, they might not be around you, but there is very, very strong energy here present of people that, genuinely, love you and want you to be successful and want you to be happy. And so you have to persevere, and you have to overcome, and you have to continue, because I think the second part of August is going to be very different, dear Virgo. I think it's going to be much lighter, much more pleasant, and definitely much more uplifting. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Please feel free to leave any comments. I appreciate all feedback, and also it helps me connect with your energies. Also, please check back for that second part of August reading, which I will be doing early next week. So hopefully I will see you back for that. Again, if you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.